curse the seed, and we're gonna have Fire Rod in Graveyard Ledge for Go mode. So we'll see. We'll see exactly what ends up happening here. Don't have any information on exactly how far we are from getting this started, but I imagine it looks like we're pretty much set up here. There we go.
And we go. Yep. That's ominous, Uncle.
Yeah, today you will have bad luck. Just what we want to hear. Come on, first chest. What have you got for us? 20 rupees.
I mean, yeah.
You see that a lot, but that being said, the 20 rupees do make up, what, an eighth of the total item count?
There's 28 of them. I don't know if it's that high, but...
Well, there's only 216 locations, so that would put it right around the 8th mark. If the end of game stats is to be believed. Anyways, let's see what weapon we're getting from our uncle. It's a sword. Well, I called that one.
Yep, you did.
So there we go. One sword seed for everyone. One natural sword seed.
I see LvlUpInc going towards doing NMG for a moment there with a little bit of the stutter towards skipping that chest to the right.
Yeah, it can definitely happen on occasion, so who knows, we'll see what we get here as we get the stream synced up there, so now we can sort of see what's happening. Oh, nice 20 rupee drop, but still need some bombs. Bombs are the big thing we'll be looking for throughout Escape here.
We want bombs because we do not want to have to come back here.
Nope. Been there, done that, somehow won that race. In the meantime, we're just going to run along here. With one Cactuar and one Link. Blue Potion, not bad to see early. Both because it's the bottle for Sick Kid, and Blue Potions are just nice to have regardless of when you find them.
Yeah. Blue goo helps everyone out. Yeah.
Blue goo is the potion that's bought 90% of the time if you're buying a potion.
Yeah. I have been known to buy red potions when solely when I have half magic or already a blue potion.
Fair enough. As I was saying, they are cheaper to buy the other potions, but then again, the blue's cheaper than buying one of each of the others, so hey.
I thought blue was literally red and green combined.
Is it?
Like,
are they just 100 and... Oh, maybe they are. Okay,
it's
I think
60, 120, and 180.
Oh, no, blues are only 160, I think.
Then you're right. If blues are 160, then you're right, because reds are definitely 120 and greens are definitely 180.
Well, our greens are definitely 60.
Sorry, yeah, 60. Exactly 60 is what I meant, of course.
Blues are 160, chat says.
So yeah, you save 20 rupees and a use of a bottle.
Yeah. Anyways, off we are. We've got the Zelda in tow. We're running away. PHatHome looking pretty close to pretty optimal here. You really want to be the goal time to sort of be leaving the sewers at the end of Escape is about 6 minutes.
I can't even get close to that.
So we'll see just how well this works out for both of our runners.
But PHat looks very much on his way to doing that.
He'll be even more on his way to doing that if he doesn't find bombs, that's for sure.
Yeah, PHat killing as many enemies as he can on the way to sewers solely because we really want that bomb drop.
Oh, right.
And there is a bomb drop for PHat. That is fantastic.
Yeah, always
but-
want.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, always want to see one early, as we already mentioned, because it just saves so much time, especially if you don't get early gloves somewhere else. Because otherwise, that means you're going to spend a couple minutes coming all the way back through here without lamp potentially later.
Yep. The big thing I'm noticing about this seed is that there's basically no super important progression items other than that sword in this escape. It's very, very, like, anemic.
Yeah, the bottle was nice to get, as we mentioned, because it does let us get that sick kid routed in with the first, with our first Kakariko check. Oh, look, bombs in that area. That's not going to help.
No, it helps a lot for PHat, not for...
Well, yeah. Not helping LvlUpInc at all.
This means that PHat's not going to need to buy bombs at Kakariko, and that's going to save some time.
Well, he will, but he can buy them at the bottom instead of at the top, instead of having to go down first.
There's a bomb. So LvlUp not going to be that far behind.
And Moon Pearl in this sanctuary.
Very nice, but again, that doesn't really tell the runners anything.
No, it doesn't. It's just nice that it's not going to be on, like, Zora Ledge or somewhere in desert or something silly that just takes longer than necessary to get to.
Right.
The problem is that it does also put a little bit more push onto it possibly being an Aga seed. We're already 2 items towards Aganin, if we include the sword as one of those items. Well, we've got some healthy grass crabs. That's not going to be all that helpful for us, I don't think.
I generally don't put Moon Pearl on the list of this might be an Aga seed.
No, it's not so
checklist.
much, but...
I mean, it could be a indication, but it's also an indication that it's not an Aga seed.
Yeah.
The bomb drops just coming through for PHat.
LvlUp making the play to skip the forest altogether.
We're going to see if this pays off for him right now.
Well,
he probably wants that.
He probably wants that. Whether that's... It's not going to lose him immediate time. It depends on when he actually goes and checks it.
Yeah.
And there's a flute. And there's the other male. He really doesn't actually care that much now, probably.
Oh, this is not the base Link sprite. Sorry.
No, not quite.
I just now noticed. I thought it was. But you can tell by the severe lack of a banana hat.
And the shield.
Yep. And the hammer.
The hammer. Okay. The seed is going places. This is looking like one of these really, really annoying seeds of, here, have access to everything and have no idea where you're supposed to go. Like, if we get one or both gloves in while we're going through here, like, this is just like, what do we even do?
LvlUp, remember to turn on the flute, please.
He just wants to, like, auto-swap to it by getting rid of all his bombs. I'm not sure that's even going to work, though, because we've got all these other items now.
Like Lantern that I completely missed him getting.
Yeah, Lantern was in the well. There's
That's...
a glove.
Yep, that is Dark World access already.
Yep.
Wow.
So as I said, we're now on the seed that's giving us almost too much access to everything. And
where do you go at this point?
well, that's really up to the runners, because everything is one of these times where there's not really a right answer, especially not until you know what's going on. So you can make the play to, okay, Ice Rod, sure, totally need that right now.
They are Mirror and Mitts, or Hookshot and Mitts, away from Turtle... No, they also need a cane. You do need a lot of items for Turtle Rock access.
Yep. So we've got 3 normal crystals in the light world. So we're going to need... Getting desert access will be a little bit interesting here as well, although we're already a significant portion of the way to that as well. PHat remembering to activate his flute. Just barely.
Good job there.
And we find the single arrow in the race game. So this is not a bad play at all. So really, this is the big thing: is we're likely going to see we may very well not see Southern Hyrule for quite a while here. The dam, the mini Moldorm Cave, anything else that comes along with it. It may be put off for a while by our runners because of Dark World access, Death Mountain access.
Well, there's only 2 items available in Death Mountain, whereas there's 7 available. South, 8 if you grab Ice Rod Cave.
Yeah. This one gets you... Well, look at that. It's the book. Like, book potentially gives you full access to Finished Desert at this point. Depending on what the boots lock.
Level Up going directly to the Dark World through the Village of Outcasts, it looks like.
Whereas PHatHome going for the Agnes Cave instant check may very well decide to route all of South Hyrule and just wants to start at this edge. Or this may be a one-off check that he's just doing now because he got the flute. And... yeah, so it looks like it was more of a one-off check that he wanted to do because he got the flute.
Completely reasonable. Level Up, however, looks to be going and doing the south route.
Yeah, took a death to those guards, just went, nah, I'm just going to stay out of Dark World for now.
Ether might be useful, we don't know.
Yeah, it's not... You don't really say anything bad about finding medallions early on. They're just that much more security that you don't need to find them later.
Yep. In particular, the Bombos medallion.
Yeah, you really want... You sort of want to see that Bombos, unless you really don't like using it for Ice Palace, but otherwise, you sort of want to see that. Oh, look, we're carrying a fish now.
And they're gonna throw it back home and probably get some sort of reward for it. Or at least that's the hope.
Both players carrying a fish. Secret to everyone.
Level Up Inc. has no bombs.
Yeah, did not purchase any before leaving. I believe is at least part of the reason. Actually, I do believe PHatHome just farmed his bombs up.
by farm you mean had them drop in his lap, then yes.
Yeah, well, true. The packs were nice to him. Level up back on the warpath to Dark World. Oh look, more bombs. And flippers. Just open up more things to go look at.
Yeah, just the entire world is open. Anything they want to do, they can do at this point.
It's missing the Titan mitts and either the mirror or the hookshot to really open up all of the world. Nice one. Well, LvlUpInc is pretty set for rupees now. Getting the pure luck 100 rupee drop out of the chest game, and then getting a 300 that's actually meant to be in there.
Yep. Time to go talk to a fish about whatever he has. Usually it's a fish about a flip, but we already have the flips.
Yep. Oh, what an evil cactuar, just taking the grass out from under that flying squirrel. And PHatHome is farming rupees? Is that what this play is for?
Yep, he's very interested in doing Zora. I mean, knowing what we know, obviously it's the wrong move. If you just go into Dark World, you'll find a rupee drop. But I think he just doesn't want to go into Zora area without paying Zora some muns.
Yeah. Oh, LvlUpInc getting a bomb drop. That's not... He'll need a couple of... Well, I guess he could also get them guaranteed a little bit further in where he actually needs them anyways, but...
Yeah, there are guaranteed bombs in this dungeon.
But he needs more bomb... He needs a whole bunch of bomb drops either way, so... Ooh! Takes a hit from an enemy under a bridge. And that's that. We're out of Thieves Town.
Incredibly uninterested in banging his head against a wall, which, I mean, I don't blame him.
Well, we got the bomb drop. You know, that was all we were looking for. Just need to get into this item check to get 5 rupees. We got back the cost of 1 bomb.
And back we go.
Yep.
Red mail is in...
The red mail that we missed is in the Thieves' Hideout drop-down.
Yeah.
I missed what was on the island, but it looked rod-like.
It was bombs. 3 of them.
Okay, well, I'm just not even close.
I mean, it was blue, but we already have the blue rod.
Yeah, I don't even know. I think I just decided that I saw our dancing pickle and decided that it looked like something that looked like a stick. The 5 rupees are strong right now. Another 5 rupee on the hobo.
I believe it would have been faster for PHat to flute to 8 here and then go to the whirlpool, as opposed to swimming all the way.
I believe so. Probably partially dependent on how well you swim.
But it's marginal difference at best.
Yeah.
Like maybe 10 seconds.
Probably not even. Because you do have the extra screen transitions even after you go to 8 either way. Anyways, on we go here, up through the hallway. Not a fun thing to be doing on a heart and a half, but... Okay, we made it. 50 rupees on the Zora ledge. LvlUp gonna have to be very careful till he gets the bombed opening and the chest in that room.
Yeah, these crickets hurt a lot.
Doesn't matter if it hurts or not when you're at a half heart, though. We got another bottle.
I mean, bottles are nice, but I don't know that they're worth 500 rupees.
Especially not one with green goo. Like, at least make a blue goo at that point, you cheap Zora. Oh no, there's the death. But, as I said, he did get the two important parts of that. He got the skylight, and he got the chest.
Yep.
So he does not need to go all the way up there again. He does need to go hit the switch before he can proceed, but he doesn't need to go up the stairs.
Yeah, he's going to be able to... It's not actually that much of a time loss.
No, compared to what it could have been.
Yep.
Then we'll see if PHat decides to make the desert play here, or what play he decides is worthwhile as he brings the old man home.
And gains literacy. Old man saying, hey, could you proofread this for me? Sure.
We'll go see how well it translates all the ancient texts around the world. Oh, jeez.
That fire snake was not having any of what LvlUpInc was putting down. Did LvlUp not check this cave?
No, he didn't go up. He didn't go up Death Mountain at all. He got the book and pieced.
So he's gonna miss out on Master Sword here.
For a little bit, at least.
I mean, this is one item location. It's kind of a pain to come back to.
Well, it depends on what item he gets to open up the rest of Death Mountain. If he gets the mirror, he'll almost definitely do it. If he gets the hook shot, then it's a different story.
Well, the thing is, this Master Sword opens up both of the tablets. Well, the Bombos tablet, and if Bombos tablet is our
well, you can't get to either
access
right now.
No, you can't get to either. But if Bombos is our
either, you can't get to either of them. They both require. They're both locked by the mirror right now.
Mirror, right? You're right, absolutely.
And then, of course, Ether you can get to with the hook shot instead.
Sorry, you said either, and I heard ether.
I'm making blind punts without even trying. I hope LvlUp has the script down pat, because it's gonna take... It might take some doing to do this, even with Blue Mail. Hype Cave not having a heck of a lot there.
It's money.
It's money.
Yeah, would have liked to see that earlier. LvlUp looks to have basically most of the scripts.
It's not going to matter much as down he goes. We are going back for round 2. No, we're gone. Especially since it's the pendant. So bottom left corner of the map is pendant.
We don't need a mirror, actually, for this seed.
No, not necessarily at all. But that doesn't change the fact that the mirror... Well, I guess we already have desert access, so the only thing that mirror could be required for, outside of if swamp's required, for whatever reason, is for Death Mountain access. Or the many mirror locations that are just sort of one-off item locations, but that's a little bit different. That being said, mirror's not quite like some other items where you're like, I don't really want to see it because that'll lead me to Swamp. It's sort of like, I'll take the mirror. If I have to go to Swamp, whatever, I'd rather have easier traversal of both worlds.
Did PHat get... I don't remember him picking up mitts.
Everything's going so fast.
Hype Cave had mitts, so Hype Cave was actually hype.
Okay.
So, we lied to our viewers when we said Hype Cave was nothing.
Yeah. Missed it.
To be fair, like, one side was Hype Cave and the other side was a blind fight, if I recall correctly. I
believe that's accurate, yeah. That was money on Stumpy. We're not too interested in that. And LvlUpInc is contemplating where he's going to go next.
Oh, goodness. So, we're 30 minutes in, and we have Mire access, and it's Pendant Mire.
Yep, Green Pendant Mire.
Green Pendant Mire.
Well, Mire area access. We don't know if we have... Well, actually, we don't have Mire access, because we don't have the hookshot or boots.
Oh, you're right. Keeping me honest.
And we also don't have Samaria, so we can't get to Vitreous, but that's a little different talking about.
If we get hookshot or boots soon, if I were playing the seed and I got hookshot or boots, probably in the next 10 minutes, I would make a beeline for Mire.
Hookshot's a little bit different because it definitely leads you to Death Mountain first, I would say. So it would depend a little bit more on what's in Death Mountain. Because I'd be doing Crystal Dungeons before I do Mire.
It's understandable.
Yeah, especially like so Tower of Hera would then be in logic. Desert Palace, I'm a little surprised that neither player's made a pass on Desert Palace yet. Because it could definitely be holding something, and there's a decent chance that it's completable. If it's not completable, then you find out that you're going to get boots somewhere. So we'll see plays we get here. I can't remember what Ice Rod Cave had for us. I believe it was checked, but I already forgot what it was.
Probably Red Rupee?
You've got a 1 in 8 chance of being right, as we've discussed already.
Bomb upgrade.
It was a bomb upgrade. It was nothing. Like we could care less about ever getting a bomb upgrade in like any seed.
The race is still really, really close, so it's kind of hard to tell, HD Dreamer.
Yeah, this seed was blown wide open right off the bat, and so yeah, there's been no real significant plays made by either player. And nothing's really led us... Like, the Titan's mitts that PHatHome has right now is the one sort of significant advantage that one of the runners has. But he's, first of all, not doing anything that uses them right now, and secondly, they don't actually do that much on their own, except for just make routing a little bit easier, because we don't have access to the places where it would actually do something.
Mitts are in Hype Cave, which means that, LvlUp is going to be going there.
At some point. there's lots of places where runners will be going, and that's the other problem is who knows when anyone goes where, because no one's checked the Eastern Palace area yet. No one's made a desert dip yet. Is there any other major areas that are currently available that... I'd say those are sort of the two major areas that haven't had a play at them yet. No one's made a Skull Woods dip yet, but Skull Woods hasn't quite had the amount of goods it has in past versions of V29.
Right. Level Up looks like he's going to actually go ahead and get his red mail.
Yeah, most likely we'll be checking all of the Lost Woods and seeing what's in there. Finding a mine under the grass first trouble. Oh, and for anyone who wasn't here at the start, I have theoretically commentator cursed the fire rod on the graveyard ledge. There's nothing aside from me just saying I didn't want that to happen. So, we're gonna see.
We might get a ped check from Level Up here.
We could. That's very true. And given that we still don't have the mirror, and our racers knowing the mirror's not required, there's not going to be a great time to read it in that's not right now. So, we'll see. Not sure if we're just trying to leave. Looks like we are just trying to leave. Okay.
I think desert into mire area makes a lot of sense here.
Yeah.
At this point,
a mire area check would seem pretty strong. Now, LvlUpInc can't make that play yet because he doesn't have the Titan's Mitts yet.
looks like he is making... Oh, no, he might be making the book play. He doesn't have the Titan's Mitts, so in order to get to the Dark World, he has to go this way around.
Yeah. This could be any number. This tells us almost nothing. He might just be going back to finish off Blind. He might be going for Skull Woods. He might be doing something else entirely. This isn't really where you go to access Hype Cave, though, because if you're going to Hype Cave, you just go to Link's house and go from there. I think we're one... Oh, no, we've got one more hit, and PHat is down. And PHat is out. We're going for a Skull Woods play here. Maybe. Maybe not.
I think PHat's unsure right now.
I don't blame him. I'm unsure of what they should do. Like, I'm pretty sure someone should be making a desert play. That's the one play that sort of is on my spectrum as a play that should be made very quickly. With where the book was. But aside from that, let's see, what other big hints have we got? Like desert and the mire area, both being sort of separate little pieces that would... You can't write them together very well yet, because one's in the Dark World and one not, so you're probably looking at two flutes to do that regardless, but both of those plays are very strong. And then there's always the fact that the Eastern Palace area has 5 to 6 items that you can get right now.
PHat just got Bombos, which puts Ice Palace in play, actually.
Does as well, and there's LvlUp getting his Titan Mitts. So we'll see what LvlUp decides to do with that information.
Looks like we're gonna see a bomb jump because one of the first chests they found was that big key chest.
Oh, getting shocked. Yeah, I don't know the bomb jump lineup for the Cactuar.
I do it based on the shield. As far as I know, all of the sprites hold the shield in the same place.
Fair enough. And of course, Shadow's a common one that people use as well, but I stick a lot with the regular Link sprite either way, so. Nice heart refill there. It wasn't a big deal, but not quite. Pushed the statue a little far down, but he snuck it in there.
Well done. And his reward is nothing.
A small key. Come on, Wall Master. We need you. There we go. Got the Wall Master.
Not super certain where he goes from here.
Well, once again, there's lots of places he could go, but the fact he's not saving and quitting leads me to think probably a North Dark World route.
He can't kill. He doesn't have a mirror, so he can't collect the graveyard ledge.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
He's probably going to talk to Jeremiah.
Ah, yes, Frog Quest. Yeah, that's a good call. Frog Quest, and so pick up the frog and then probably immediate save and quit because he's already done the southern plays.
As soon as he remembers he doesn't have the mirror.
Well, he might just be doing hammer pegs. Not the routing that I like to see, because I typically like to see people do the immediate save and quit, then do the hammer pegs when they come back for the purple chest. It feels like the better routing option, but if you're not planning to make the purple chest play right now, you may as well do this first. And LvlUpInc is going to find his Master Sword.
And PHat is going to find his boots.
That almost definitely leads to a desert play once we return this. There's not really a good reason to not go do the desert play at this point.
Right after turning in this little guy.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was saying. Yeah, once the Smiths return, go do desert. I don't see a good reason to delay desert now that you have everything you need to full clear it 100% guaranteed.
Plus some safeties.
Yeah. We've got some explosive experts in the. They're not so smithy this time.
Are they experts? I mean, they're making explosives right next to a huge fireplace.
Who knows? Maybe they're like heat activated, or I don't know. I know nothing about explosives myself, so who am I to judge? Hey, look, Bombos. We can get into Meyer.
Yep, Meyer's available with the boots.
Because we have boots. Meyer area letting us down a little bit.
But I have a feeling that Meyer won't.
We shall see, because that's the play we're getting.
You need so many items to be able to get into Meyer that if a required item is in Meyer, the seed tends to need to give you a bunch of those items very, very early.
Yeah. So I said the only real reason I have any problem with this is because of the fact that I would really like to be seeing the desert play first, but
That does make sense.
But that being said, that's a very minor complaint. Because of the combination of this is not full clearable because you don't have the Cane of Samaria, and just the fact that it's
Pendant.
and the fact that it's pendant, yeah.
Level
we
up
have
the walk.
Yep.
What were you saying?
I was about to say, and just the fact that so we do have the fire source at least, so of course we can check every chest location that's not Vitreous himself in Mire, so that part is at least good. There's a tempered sword, so making up a decent amount of the time for this play regardless, just in finding that tempered sword.
We don't have a invulnerability source, so we're not actually going to be able to do this. There we go. It takes at least 2 hearts to do that, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it takes more, actually, because I'm pretty sure it's going to take two hits of the spikes to just activate the switch and get off it, and the third one to open the chest. I don't know if you can use the same iframes from getting off the switch to open the chest. Which really means you need 4. You're going to take 3 hearts of damage, and you need a 4th to actually survive.
Well, PHat just did it with... Oh yeah, you need 4 to be able to do it. PHat just did it, taking only 3 hearts of damage.
Yeah. As someone mentioned, you could damage boost off Stalfos, perhaps. So, depending on how well you pull off some damage boosts, you might be able to do it in less, but...
I am bad with the damage boosts, personally.
Big key isn't really... No, we're not too interested in finding the big key here. We're more looking for that second item.
And
So
we get round 3 with blind here? Is that right?
I don't even know. Both runners have died to blind at least once.
Not an easy fight by any stretch.
Thieves' Town seems to be a really, really trolly fight for a lot of runners in this tourney. I've seen a lot of early Thieves' Town dives that end up in Broken Hearts.
And Broken Dreams. However, with slightly longer reach, this might be better.
We said already down to half health, so hopefully...
A big part of the problem is that Blind starts a little bit higher than he does when you bring him in here. So it's harder to get those first few hits.
Well, it's also the fact that you're starting from the bottom of the room. So even if he didn't start higher, it's also just a matter of you're not behind him to get free hits at the start. You have to maneuver around him after he's already started moving.
Yep.
Now, I didn't catch what was in Vanilla Big Key Chest, but I assume it was probably a small key or the map.
Based on the fact that PHat is still in this dungeon?
Yeah. Uh-oh, that's not gonna work.
Nope.
Now I've got to go around a quick loop here. Fortunately, the game designers weren't too cruel with how they designed that. You didn't need to jump off the edge, but that's okay. Everyone, of course, going to be a little happy with what they find for their slow pegs. There's item 2.
So, Mire was a bust.
It had tempered sword, but if you made the game, if you dipped it and dipped after tempered sword, you would have probably actually had a time gain just from the tempered sword, but I don't think you're gonna dip it. I don't think you're gonna dip a dungeon and dive out of it after you get a tempered sword.
PHat grabbing some very much needed potions.
Are we getting a desert play yet? I'm still waiting for the desert play. Nope, we're getting an Ice Palace play, probably.
I mean, both are completely full clearable.
Yep.
Ice Palace, technically, the logic wants you to have hookshot to get every item in here, which might make the desert play a little bit better.
Well, it depends. Hookshots, or the logic that requires hookshot gets a little finicky. Although without hookshot and without the Cane of Samaria, I don't think this dungeon is set to be fully clearable in terms of logic at this point.
They can do it without a bomb jump if the very first chest is a key.
Yeah, you would... Well, and that's the thing, is you would need 2 keys and the big key and the 3 available chests. Is there only 3 available chests? Well, and there's the big chest itself. So 4 available chests, you need to get both. You need to get the big key and 2 small keys at least to have be in logic, I think. But there's the bow. That's big.
That's almost big enough to... Oh no, Ice Palace is a crystal. If Ice Palace wasn't a crystal, I would be leaving right now after seeing that bow.
Yeah, even with it being a crystal, it still tempts me to leave because that puts so much more fully in logic. But not having the mirror makes it a little bit slower to check those things that you want to check, namely the pod and Eastern Palace combination play. Uh-oh. Okay, well, we got 1 Stalfos. We're good. We missed the trick, but we fixed it up real nice there at the end. We're not getting a bomb. Oh no. Okay, that's right. He does that. He did the double bomb. I'm being silly.
Yep.
Playing it very safe there, making sure that he's not going to be somewhere that he's going to get knocked off for getting hit by the fire bar as it goes past. LvlUpInc is going to make the purple chest play here.
And he's probably going to check, No, never mind. He definitely already checked hammer pegs.
Yeah, he has the boots. But very nice Penguinator spin by PHatHome there.
So we have a lot of really nice items. We don't have a lot of really required items, which is a little weird. Remembering to do the bomb here, because he does not have the hook shot.
Yep. We get a small key. I'm not surprised. So, if this next chest is a small key, I do believe this is not hookshot lock in terms of the cold stare, at least. Well, let's see what we get here. LvlUpInc going for the Agnes Cave check. I believe it was 3 bombs in there. Oh, it was a bomb upgrade, okay. Okay, so we do only have 1 small key and a chest outside of everything there. So either Samari is in logic for Cold Stare to go down, or Hookshot is in logic for the overall. Or both, potentially. I'm a little confused by this bomb jump.
He doesn't know the hookshot bomb jump, and this bomb jump bypasses the hookshot bomb jump. Is my assumption.
Oh, right, he has a small key. Okay, yes, that makes sense. You're just gonna have to take some damage there, which you should have enough health for. Well, now you might not. Ooh, made it across. Wishing we had powder, but we don't, so off we go. Anyways, Eastern Palace play here. Get a big key in the first chest. That's not a hammer dash. There we go.
Yep. Oh, this is unfortunate. Level Up is going to have to double dip this dungeon, whereas PHat is not.
Yeah.
So actually, if you're rooting for a Level Up, at this point you're hoping that there isn't any progression in here that moves him away from Bombos. Where was Bombos, by the way?
Bombos was... Can't remember right now. I should remember. It was in Skull Woods?
That sounds right, yeah. So PHat didn't check Skullwoods at all?
Oh, we're going for fairies. I'm like, where are we going right now? The answer is to get fairies.
I mean, this play makes sense. We're at
Yeah.
no hearts right now.
Riot Shield. We have a Riot Shield on LvlUpInc. So yeah, so... Oh no, we do have all the keys. Okay. Coldster will have our last item here. I believe.
Yeah, that looks right. Fortunately, we do have the Bombos medallion, so we're not going to need a full heart magic to be able to open up Cold Stare.
And we don't have the fire rod, so this is purely Tempered Sword, but Tempered Sword is just fine to take on Cold Stare. Nice. Come on, you've got it.
He got a lot of hits in. Yep. Relatively clean.
Just a piece of heart for the trouble.
I mean,
but
a bow for the trouble, really.
It is a 5/6 crystal as well, so, you know. Now, 5/6 crystal where the other 5/6 crystal is Turtle Rock, so, not saying much. Oh, then again, now that we have finished the Hookshot dungeon, and I believe the Hookshot dungeon was not, or one of the few dungeons that can have Hookshot blocking it, but I don't think Hookshot was blocking Ice Palace there. So we're in an interesting little standoff here. Here comes the Desert Palace play.
I mean, PHat is going to be able to go ahead and clear Desert Palace, Eastern Palace, and Pod right in a row, bring his crystal count from 0 to 4 very, very quickly.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see LvlUpInc also be going to Desert right now. That looks to be the case.
What we have to hope for LvlUpInc is that there's a fire rod in desert, because that'll actually lead him to that Ice Palace play.
Yeah, it wouldn't be too bad for him to get that right away. Other things that you could have, because it's not super important to do the Ice Palace play right away. Other things you could get would be things like, well, the hookshot's a little difficult to say for sure, because we'd have no idea how much or little value is in Death Mountain. But getting to mirror the hookshot to give you access to Tower of Hera. Cadence of Mario a little bit less so, but most progression is still good here regardless.
Yep.
Once again, we've still sort of got this silliness of everything needs to be gotten. Everywhere is open to go. Except for Death Mountain, because we don't have the hookshot or the mirror, so... silliness.
However, as soon as we get either of those, we're going to be able to put Hera on the list of dungeons that PHat can immediately finish.
Actually, one interesting location that is in Logic right now, I believe, yes, it would be, for sure, is Spike Cave.
Spike Cave is in Logic for PHat, not for LvlUp. LvlUp still needs to go to Ice Palace to get that cape.
Right. So we'll see how that, if that holds anything. It never seems to, but it is in Logic.
I don't know where you're getting it never seems to. I am constantly trolled by that location. But yeah, it is 100% in Logic.
Yeah. There's both players in the back of Desert here. PHat is going to have well, oh, we're going to see some Ice Rod strats. Very nice. Almost the one cycle. One more. He's going to still go for the Ice Rod shot. I would have just gone for the Tempered Spin, which would have been enough damage to kill it. There we go. Showing us how you can do the Ice Rod strats.
To answer a question, when we refer to Logic, the game, in order to open in order to guarantee that the entire game is fully completable, it can't put certain items behind other items. As an example, you can't have the boots on the library ledge, or library bookshelf, because boots are required to get that. So this game has gone through 29 logics. This is version 29 of attempting to make absolutely sure that the game is always completely completable without using any glitches.
And at the same time trying to make it as random as possible.
Yep. So what that means is that whenever a runner uses any sort of glitch to get an item, they have to remember, probably, that they used the glitch to get that item. An example would be the spike room in... Sorry, the spikes in Ice Palace assume that you have either an invulnerability item or the hookshot to get past them. The laser bridge in Turtle Rock assumes that you either have the mirror shield or some type of invulnerability item to get past them. And Spike Cave assumes you have some sort of invulnerability item to get past it, and a bottle.
That one's a little bit weirder.
Well, yeah, because it's possible to get through with normal magic on Cane of Burna, you can do it, or half magic or a bottle and cape.
But I think even some of the damage boosts have become even more nuanced. I don't know the details, though. But yeah, so when we're talking about in logic, we are referring to locations that are intended to be able to get to without having used any glitches. LvlUpInc for Thieves Town blind attempt number 4, I think, at this time for him.
4 sounds right.
Not actually having a lot more, maybe 2 more hearts than he did last time, but...
I've never seen that clear of that room. Usually I see either 2 pots or full hearts using sword beams to kill the second Salphos.
Right. Uh-oh. Taking a couple impromptu hits they really probably didn't want there. That was the part that I wasn't factoring in, is that he has the mirror shield now. So he does get some random fire blocks on occasion. Well, I'm gonna go on the limb and say that probably wasn't worth the effort, unfortunately.
That very much is not what Level Up we wanted to see.
No. Piece of heart and a red pendant. Not gonna go very far, most likely. If it is a pedestal seed, a little bit to him, but PHat has also done that, so PHat's only cost of doing that if he finds out the pedestal is required is
going to be blind, and he'll be dressed to the nines when he does it.
I don't believe we ever got a pedestal check. I know PHatHome definitely has not checked that. I've not been paying as much attention to LvlUpInc as I probably should on occasion.
No, neither of our runners have checked pedestal. The only time that Level Up had a chance to, he specifically did not.
Yeah. And Level Up here is going to get his Bombos, which may lead him to...
Ice Palace?
Yeah.
I mean, we can only hope.
Well, and until we find more progression locked behind the bow, it's not of utmost concern. It's once we find that thing that's locked behind the bow that's sort of like he needs to get to that right now. This Gibdo is not letting Level Up past. And we've got the quick kill setup here on Armos. Maybe not. He made a liar out of me. Oh, this might work still. And we're good.
Oh,
and it's the mirror!
Goodness!
So,
that is not the item they wanted to see. Oh wait, no, it gives them Death Mountain access.
It does. So this is where it's a bit of a blessing. At the moment, it's a blessing and a curse, because the mirror opens up a lot of locations to check. But that's not a great thing, because now you've got to go check all those locations, potentially. So it's going to come a lot down to what decisions does he make with the mirror.
Specifically, it opens up all of Swamp Palace.
Well, we don't have the hook shot yet.
Oh, half of Swamp Palace, but the front half, the part they can actually do.
Yeah. Yeah, opens up the front half of Swamp Palace. Opens up both of our tablets. Opens up Death Mountain in its entirety. I expect after the pod play, we will see that trek up trek up Death Mountain immediately, because why wouldn't you? The only reason... I will change my statement a little bit. If we get the Fire Rod in Pod, I expect to see the Skull Woods play first.
Also, to be clear, Hookshot can be mirror locked because the bow was the very first chest in Ice Palace and is definitely not locked by the Hookshot.
Yeah, definitely not locked by the Hookshot. Where was the mirror shield? I don't know where he got his other shield, because I saw him get the mirror shield out of the Eastern Palace big chest. So I don't know where that's one of the ones that PHatHome has. So I don't know where the third shield was.
I'm trying to think of where Level Up's been that PHat hasn't. Purple chest. Yeah,
okay.
that makes sense.
Yeah, so Pod being bow locked means a little bit. What play are we getting here? We're getting the Mire area check. That's not a bad call. We'll see if we if we bother with a Mire dip. We know that the only real value out of the Mire dip, at least without the Cane of Samaria to be able to kill Vitreous, is the Tempered Sword. But I think Level Up took getting the Bombos as the sign to come here. Have we had any Bonk Rocks checks yet either?
Yes, I know Level Up has, definitely.
Okay.
I don't know if PHat has, but literally right after getting the boots, Level Up went, save and quit, went to Sanctuary, grabbed both King's Tomb and Bonk Rocks.
Okay. PHat gonna be glad that he didn't skip the vanilla big key location, because it was the big key. So I think he was contemplating going to the back beforehand, and probably just went, nah, I don't have the big key, I should probably try to find that first.
I don't know about PHat, but I've definitely been burned by skipping early chests only to have to come back to the back with a big key later.
Yeah.
I think he was trying to set up a key dash and just grabbed instead.
Quick little note about mini Helmosaurs. They are hit based on which direction your sprite is facing compared to which direction their sprite is facing. So if you turn away from them and charge a Spin Slash, the Spin Slash will always hit them. So just as we saw PHat just sort of set up a spin slash to hit that mini Helma, if he just turned around, he would have guaranteed the kill. Because it's not based on if you hit their mask, it's based on which way you're facing and which way they're facing.
I did not know that, and I will keep that in mind, because I hate mini Helmosaurs.
Yep.
Not as much as,
like, it's not quite as swag as shooting a silver arrow down the line and bootsing after it so it hits the Helmosaur square in the forehead, but, you know, you win some, you lose some.
Can't have only swag. Full clear pod is a bust, it looks like.
Yeah, but something you're doing at this point, because you don't leave anything behind when you're still... So far, you
items? 3 items away from go mode?
What's our third one? Samaria, Fire Rod, and
Hookshot.
Hookshot, right.
Despite the fact that Hookshot isn't required for
It's not required
it is
for
required.
Yeah, not required for our seven crystals, but it is required for. But it's definitely required for Ganon's Tower. Unless you're gonna hover, but most runners in this tournament are not gonna hover the Moldorm 2 gap. I know, I'm sure
goodness. You know what this means, right? Do you remember that prediction or that hope I had at the beginning?
not. Yep.
It is alive and well right now.
It is. As is mine. Although it's much harder for it to be go mode. If we take off my go mode caveat, it could still very well be true though.
So to be clear, the prediction that I have for our home audience is I am hoping that Hookshot is in Ganon's Tower Big Chest.
His prediction was Hookshot or bow, but it's, we obviously already found the bow. Nicely getting on the bridge there. Not much time to spare, level up. We got there, you got your heart, and out we go. Oh, we're getting some bomb strats. Can't only have swag, we say, and here he goes with the bombs. Yeah, just showing us how swaggy he can be.
Yeah, Hookshot, a sword, and bow are the only progression items that can be on Ganon's Tower Big Chest.
With the exception of a fetch quest item that then gives you one of those items.
Yeah.
That's a little bit looser in the definition of what a fetch quest is, so we're not gonna go too far into that one. So unsurprisingly, PHatHome making exactly the play that we were saying he was likely going to, which was finish pot. If he doesn't get the fire rod, then off we go to here. And LvlUpInc gonna find their bow. Find it a little interesting that we're going with the magic first, but given that Chancellor he's sort of going, I'm going to Tower of Hera next. I don't really need magic. It makes sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Any magic that he'll need for Tower of Hera, he can get in Tower of Hera. And now I'm more confused though.
He got spin speed.
Okay, fair. Worth it over saving and quitting and not using your blue potion.
I do think not using your blue potion does save time a little bit there. Barely not getting hit by the pink guy. So that pink guy has the longest text in the game, and it's different every time. But since it's so long, no runner is going to want to go check it.
Yeah. Money raining from the sky. $300 just out of the sky.
So what you're saying is Ether doing completely the opposite of what's supposed to do and making it rain?
Yes. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. And which key do we get? The answer is... Oh, we did get the big key. We did get the big key. Okay. I'm silly. It's 2:30 in the morning. That's my excuse.
I mean, that's good for you. I go to bed at 8 a.m. because I work third shift, so I don't have that excuse.
Fair enough.
So if I'm silly, you can just call me on it. That's fine.
Anyways, let's see.
So that was one item in here, and both. We already have both of the hair items, which means Dark Death Mountain is going to be our next check, probably.
Well, whatever combination play that he decides he's going to do. Depends on if he... Chances are... I don't even know. I don't know. Lots of players like to route the Death Mountains a little bit differently depending on... since he has the mirror, he can sort of route it however he wants.
Oh, he hasn't checked any of Death Mountain, has he?
No, because he hasn't had access to it till just now.
Right. So that was 0 to 5 crystals in like half an hour?
Probably less.
Probably less.
Successfully navigating the bridge and killing both of the Helmosaurs just because, I guess. That's gonna dead rock yourself. Probably a perfectly good play there, PHat. Just go. Nope, I'm going Spiral Cave.
I mean, he meant to do Spiral Cave. Definitely.
Yeah.
Totally.
He just wanted to see the item on the island. That's all. I have no idea what the item on the island was, but you know.
He'll see it when he goes past the second time.
He might not be in Light World the second time.
Well, he has to go up Paradox Cave, and if he does the bomb jump, he can go to Turtle Rock.
So the way that I expect him to route this is to go into Dark World right now. He's not going to do that. Okay. The way that I often do this is I actually go into Dark World at the bottom, mirror at the front of Paradox Cave, and then use the mirror to cancel the block, and then go back into Dark World and walk up Super Bunny Cave.
That does make sense. I have definitely done that.
So this is where I'm talking about. You never know exactly what routing. Oh, look, a blue potion. You never know exactly what routing a player is going to choose, and there's lots of perfectly valid ones. I have no idea what the fastest way of routing all of this is with the mirror. I feel like something along the lines of what he's doing is likely fastest, but I don't know compared to what I just described. Because what he's going to do, I expect, is go up to Turtle Rock, check what it is, and then do both Hookshot... Well, first chest of Hookshot Cave and Super Bunny Cave from the top.
Yep. With that, he'll be able to open up Hookshot if it's not Quake.
Piece of Heart. Piece of Heart was on the island.
Not what we're looking for.
No, not at all.
That is a strong Cactuar, lifting that with one arm.
Yep. Meanwhile, Level Up doing Pod before Eastern, not really going to matter. It means he's going to have to do an extra save and quit versus just a flute, but It's likely not going to be a race decider by any means.
Level Up did not have the big key because it's vanilla, so he had to leave Dark Maze. And I think it was actually faster for him to Death Warp there.
Yeah. You know, I was more talking about the fact that I was just talking about the general routing as well. He could have done because the mirror was on Armos Knights. He just doesn't have it yet. So I'm saying that afterwards he's gonna have to do an extra save and quit, and then flute back to 5 to do Eastern Palace.
Right.
So theoretically, the call that Phat made to do Eastern first was the correct call in terms of assuming the mirror is not. If you're assuming the mirror is not in pod, doing Eastern first is the faster play.
Yes.
And he was correct in his assumption that the mirror was not in pod.
So we have a shovel, which is going. So we have shovel, Bumbo's tablet, and swamp now at this point, right? That's all that's left.
Well, and any number of mirror locations. So you have Cave 45. You have Graveyard Ledge.
Oh, right, and as you cursed earlier, Graveyard Ledge does have Fire Rod.
Yes. We are expecting the Fire Rod to be on the Graveyard Ledge.
Shovel can be a hookshot. That one chest is only boots locked or hookshot locked, not both.
We already saw Bumper Cave, right? Either way, it's 20 rupees. Level Up taking another Death Warp, as makes sense.
Yep.
Phat also routing in the Bonk Rocks locations as he does this as well.
We know that these locations are nothing, but he doesn't, so...
And it's still good routing to do it, and heck, he'll take an extra heart. Better than half the things he could have found. Better than... He doesn't need any more rupees, I wouldn't think. Not at over 1,200 rupees, he doesn't need any more rupees. He doesn't need any capacity upgrades, because most of the runners in these tournaments don't need any more than 10 bombs and 30 arrow that you start with for capacity. And we have a red potion.
That is all 4 bottles, I think.
All 4 bottles, it is. We've had 2 blues, a green, and a red this seed.
That is a very nice seed.
Yeah, no fairies yet, no bug net, so...
So, it was red, just not the red rod.
Yeah.
So you were close.
It was better than most of the things that I've found in Graveyard Ledge, because once again, I find that Graveyard Ledge so often it's just like, oh look, there's some rupees, thanks Graveyard Ledge.
There are 4 bottles in this game. In this mode. It's always only possible to get 4 bottles. However, there are modes where there are more bottles. In easy mode, I believe there's 8 bottles, but the last 4 bottles that you find are turned into rupees after you've found your 4th bottle.
Yeah, easy mode has a number of items that are converted to rupees after you find all of the copies you would get in the normal game.
This routing, I really do like this routing. He's gonna grab purple chest, check south of Grove Cave, check shovel, and check Bombo's tablet before jumping into swamp.
Yeah.
Very, very efficient.
Should he need to jump into swamp? Once you by the time he finishes this.
Well, it depends. The question is whether how many items he gets here.
Well, yeah. The question is entirely: does he get Fire Rod?
Because if he gets Fire Rod, if he gets Fire Rod, he can do Skullwoods. If he gets Cane of Samaria, he can do.
He can dip Turtle Rock if he wants to. He might still do Swamp It if he only gets the Cane of Samaria. Meanwhile, this is just looking like a big 20 trek. We know we're also going to get a Riot Shield out of this, which isn't awful.
It'll make Laser Bridge a lot easier.
If we even need Laser Bridge, we might be in Go mode by the time we even get there. And if we are, we may have the keys to skip it. We'll see much later once we actually get there. Hello, Riot Shield.
There is a hard mode. There are lots of modes.
There's a hard mode, and there's a mode past hard mode, which is like... There's insane mode, which is like, what, 3... Yeah, Insanity's like, you don't get any safeties. You stay on 3 hearts, you stay on green mail. So you get to the end of the game and, like, everything one-shots you. Hello, Cane of Samaria.
All the information about the modes in this game are available at that link. But yeah, what makes the modes harder... Oh, it looks like he is still going to dip into Swamp Palace.
Yeah, and as I said, the Cane of Samaria makes a much less clean-cut option, because it also gives you that option to go kill Vitreous as well. Because you know that you've already got both items out of Misery Mire, but it doesn't change the fact that the green pendant is still something. We also still don't know if we have Fire Rod on the pedestal or something like that.
Which is definitely possible.
Definitely possible.
In fact, at this point, Fire Rod is the only progression item that can be on the pedestal.
Not saying much when there's only 2 progression items left, but that is true. But let's see what Swamp has for us today.
The big thing Swamp has for us is a full left side clear.
Well, we'll see about that even, because I know personally, I pretty much, if I don't find the map or the compass before the start, I personally always route to Argus first.
He's not going to be able to.
Ah, well that makes sense. I'm silly. Well, unless we find a hookshot in here. Hookshot in unrequired in Pendant Swamp. There you go. And that was quite the snag on that mirror there. Anyways, piece of heart in the big chest for PHat, so that's not gonna do a lot.
Definitely not vanilla hookshot. We already checked big chest.
Yeah, or
it might be a French vanilla.
Yeah. Oh, dead rocked. We're dead rocked. Now we're dead rocked on both sides.
Boots are in Peg Cave, yeah. So the chance of hookshot in Ganon's Tower is getting slightly higher, and the chance of hookshot in Ganon's Tower Big Chest is still massively low. Massively low.
Yeah.
Hey look, it's the pink guy who keeps talking.
Yep. The best part is that the hookshot can actually be in 26 chests in Ganon's Tower. Because it can also be on the top 3 chests before Moldorm 2.
Yep.
Let's go over. This is raining from the sky. Raining rupees.
So what's left for PHat after this, if this isn't progression? They have to go to either Mire or Turtle Rock, right? Those are their choices?
Yeah, or they can make the play to complete Thieves Town, which we know isn't necessary, but he does not know that yet. Because I believe Blind had a piece of heart on him, if I remember correctly.
By bonks, I think you can get to everything but Stalfos room without the hookshot.
In Ganon's Tower?
Yes.
Well, you can't. You also can't Well, the only thing you can do on the left side is the map room. You can't do anything else on the left side.
You can't bonk all the way to the bottom there?
You can bonk to the bottom. The problem is you can't bonk past the fire snakes.
Right. You are absolutely right.
I know this because I have keylocked Ganon's Tower that had hookshot in it way back in like V23.
We're getting a catfish check, which...
Whoops. That fish still wanted that. It just didn't. Not the Quake fish. And a little bit of love from the catfish.
Looks like he's going to finish blind.
Yep.
Oh no, he is checking
pedestal check.
Pedestal. I don't super like this move simply because we can't actually finish all of the pendant dungeons yet. So this isn't actually that useful to know.
It still helps a little bit because of the fact that he knows that way. I think the biggest thing is knowing that he can complete Tower of Hera if it's required, but it's not. It may have also informed his decision if he was going to do Misery Mire first or if he was going to go straight to Turtle Rock. As we wait on his decision.
It looks like Turtle Rock.
Yep.
Up the slow way.
I'm very familiar with this way because the last 2 tourney races I've had were both hookshot on vanilla big chest or big key chest in Turtle Rock. So I've been up this way a lot in my past couple races.
That's not nice.
No, one of them was post 7 Crystal Go mode. It was good times.
Assume it was Pendant Turtle Rock.
Yeah, Pendant Turtle Rock and Pendant Swamp.
Looks like Level Up miscounted and had to go check the basement chest.
And on we go for everyone's favorite check. The every chest matters, or else we might get key locked, fire rod locked out of Turtle Rock check. This would be very interesting if we get like 3 chests in, and we get the fire rod, and we have to come all the way back to the start of the dungeon.
We are locked.
We are fire rod locked. There's no reason to be doing anything else here.
PHat will figure it out soon, I'm sure.
Yep. So, most likely off to Meyer, as we've already mentioned.
Well, yeah, either off to Meyer or off to Thieves Town. We know that Meyer's the right choice, it's just Thieves Town is a choice.
Yes. Or at least we assume that Mr. Meyer is the right choice. Maybe we've forgotten something, like Checkerboard Cave. Checkerboard Cave is I don't think we've seen yet, have we?
No, we definitely haven't. But that's what he's checking.
Yep. Let's see if it was just a different mirror spot. Let's see if I had the troll lined up in just the wrong mirror spot. Nope. So, green pendant, fire rod, or... I'm guessing actually more of the green pendant fetch quest.
Based solely on how the seed has been working so far?
Yeah, and the fact that we're still missing the mushroom and the powder.
Despite having checked so much of the world so far.
Yeah, I'll go for the fetch quest.
So vanilla powder behind mushroom.
Well, no, I'm just calling the green pendant sort of a fetch quest of its own design.
Yep.
I'm not so keen on the fetch quest leading to fetch quests, although I did have that in a recent race. So I've already had that itch scratch, whatever words. Off we go to Viddy. Meanwhile, Level Up just cruising through Death Mountain. There was a lot of love in Paradox Cave. Don't hit the switch. Good. Okay. One thing that often kicks in here is a little bit of muscle memory, and people will hit that switch and then realize they didn't need to hit it because they never hit it the first time.
Yep.
Silly little mistake that's easy to make and isn't really of a huge issue, but... And... can't remember what was at the end of this. I feel like it was probably a big 20 the way that this seed's gone. But I can't remember. Nice cave strats. Got all but one? Yeah, all but one. Oh, I got hit by the lightning. Come on, eyeball, come fight us. There we go.
And 8 arrows.
Yep. So
Each of the eyes requires 3 arrows, is that correct?
yes, the small eyes require 3 arrows each.
So this can be fire rod or hook shot here.
Or something leading to fire rod or hook shot. Which I believe is pretty much just the powder of the mushroom.
Yeah, all the other fetch quest items we already found.
And there's nothing else that unlocks part of the world in any other way.
Yes.
Because the bug net won't do anything, Cane of Burna won't unlock anything, so yeah, so... Pretty much one of those 4 items either has to be here or we missed a location. And it's the hook shot.
Well, my dreams, but let's go ahead and dip into Swamp Palace, I guess.
Yep.
Where are you going, Piet? Hookshot doesn't get you anything. Oh, he gets Hookshot Cave.
Hookshot Cave, yep. 3 locations for his dreams. This is a fair gamble, of course. It's not the one that I wouldn't make this play myself, just because I also have Skull Woods to still complete. If Skull Woods was a pendant and I just had Turtle Rock left for crystals, I'd make this play. But the fact that I know I have to climb the mountain twice would personally make me do this one second. But the right play is the one that has the fire rod, so we'll see which one was the right call.
It might be easier to know if we had counted how many items were in Swamp Palace, which I certainly didn't.
Yeah, I did not at all either.
There's 6 total, so if he grabbed at least 4, this is the statistically right play.
Yeah. And we get the fire rod. Is he gonna check the rest? Not even gonna bother the rest. Is he gonna leave Turtle Rock to last? No, he's not. Would it be worth leaving Turtle Rock to last? Probably.
Yes, absolutely. Leaving Turtle Rock to last gets you
the full health refill.
Yeah, the full health refill and not having to go through the cabbages again.
Yeah. Well, you have to go through the cabbages again either way, because you have to get back to Turtle Rock either way. But you know you're going to gain his tower at full health. That's really the only difference. It's not... It makes almost 0 difference. The only other thing of note is the fact that it's possible that we get like Butter Sword from Mothula. But that's so insignificant, that's so remote a possibility that it's almost irrelevant in the first place.
We're also very likely going to see Silverless Ganon out of PHat.
Yep, Silverless Tempered.
Yeah.
Yeah, Silverless Tempered is not an awful fight by any means. Not once you know what's going on in that fight. And Butter Sword doesn't make it any easier, so once again, Butter Sword mostly just a luxury for Trinex and for the Gauntlet more than anything else. I guess easier easier time one cycling Ganon's first 2 phases.
Yep. But yeah, Silverless is just as hard with either Tempered or Gold.
Nicely done.
Steals the key.
And the moment of truth will come in the near future on whether we get to skip Laser Bridge or not. Because if there's a small key in the vanilla big key chest, we may not get to skip Laser Bridge anyways. And prudently not making the gamble to skip the big chest.
Yep. If the Ganon's Tower big key, if the Turtle Rock big key chest was a small key, and this is a small key, then he would be punished for skipping this chest because that's all the keys that are left.
Yeah. And if he never exited that door, there's no simple way to get back to it. You'd have to manually backtrack. Now, granted, not a huge backtrack in the first place, because you would be locked out. Well, no, sorry, you would be locked out after the Laser Bridge. That's right. So it would be a significant backtrack if you made that gamble and were wrong.
Yep.
Now, the odds on that gamble, as we sort of just said, are very, very likely in your favor, because it requires 2 very specific small key locations for it to backfire. But most runners will take the better safe than sorry in a lot of those kind of gambles. Especially because if there was a small key there, even if it wasn't on the vanilla big key chest, it may mean getting to skip Laser Bridge as well. Granted, with Riot Shield, Laser Bridge is sort of a trivial thing in the first place.
Yep. Was that first chest Laser Bridge?
It was first chest Laser Bridge. More specifically, of course, top chest, which may or may not be first chest depending on which order the people check things in. Gonna do the ordering that he gets 8. Make sure he gets 8 rod shots out of here. Probably won't matter, but it could. If those heads decide to troll him, that could matter. This is looking pretty darn clean, most likely. Ran into the ice head once, but yeah, that's about as clean as Tempered gets. One more slash, there it is. Trinex is down. On a similar note, everyone's favorite guessing game coming up here. We are on our way to Ganon's Tower.
No, we're not.
Oh, we're not on our way. I'm early. I'm silly. I'm leaving that game open anyways. The game is open. People get your guesses in now. I see 22s already.
Mine's always the same. Always 17. I've been disappointed mostly, but I'm going to stick with it. There's one time I wasn't disappointed, and it was so sweet.
I always go with 8. I got it right earlier today, even though it wasn't the 8 that I thought it was going to be.
The meta routes of the 2 chests on the right and then full left side puts 8 squarely in the Stalfos room, right?
No, it's the map room.
You're right. map room, and 17 is right after.
The last chest of the Armos after
Yeah,
Armos.
right after
Knights.
Armos. Yeah.
Yeah, the problem really comes here for level up of which bomb jump would you prefer to make, this bomb jump or the hookshot bomb jump, because he can really make that choice here, and he's just going to swap it over and go ahead for this, because the big thing here is that in most cases you can clear all of Ice Palace without hookshot with one bomb jump. You just have to decide, you have to pick your poison on which bomb jump it is that you want to do.
Barely getting out of the way of that fire snake.
And I feel it being a little bit difficult. There we go.
Anyway, now we're headed to GT.
Now we're headed to GT. Everyone who didn't have their votes in already can put their votes in. Everyone who already had their votes in has their votes in. If you are a subscriber to any of the speed gaming channels or have donated 250 bits or more, you are eligible for the leaderboard.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, that should be okay. Or are we going to mirror bonk? Just okay. See, it was so fast that it did. There was no difference whatsoever. Totally none.
It was very close. Very fast. That was very lucky place for the dead rocks to go.
Yeah, dead rocks are not all that fun to deal with. The best part is you have... Oh, that's just awful. Time to just go in the dark world. Just go in the dark world down here.
I think at that point, if you get dead rock blocked, it is faster to go in the dark world down here.
Yeah. All right, which bomb jump are we going to do now, level up? So looks like we're going to bomb jump back across the small hole here. Maybe? Oh, I don't think he meant to go back through the door. Or maybe he did? Is it end or stop? I don't even know. Both. Okay, they both work, probably.
I think it's key stop when we find the key.
Well, no, that's saved later. We'll get to that one. Once they enter the tower, we stop recording entries. Anyways, we are getting the right side gamble here, though. Not feeling far enough behind to do the tile room gamble, and I can't blame him for that. I would have killed the Gibdo before I picked up the full magic pot, but hey, small things like that.
Own, yeah.
Yeah, not a huge concern. And we're doing some bomb strats. It's funny because I don't think I ever saw bomb strats until I was required to use it myself one time because I ran out of magic.
It is significantly easier to use the cane there, and the cane doesn't actually use that much. That was 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is the correct answer.
So congratulations to Dark Replica as the first person eligible for the leaderboard. Isn't that always how it works? You don't want to change your guess though, because then when you finally when your classic guess gets it right, then you're like, why did I even change in the first place?
Definitely.
Anyways, we're off to the races now. Time to see what I have a feeling we're going to see a safety room here. The bomb selection makes that almost a guarantee. I always enjoy this little thing because this is the reason that little bonk jump is the reason why we know the developers intended bonk jumping to be a thing.
Yep.
Because there's no way to use the equipment we have to get over there any other way, with the exception of a bomb jump. But bomb jumps are just we're pretty sure that bomb jumps were more an unintended side effect versus an intended traversal mechanic.
Yeah.
He's very smoothly making his way through the gauntlet here.
Doesn't have powder, so won't be able to do any interesting powdering.
Yeah. Has to just do this room the more or less normal way. Very nice. Probably doesn't want to use any more magic, though.
Yeah, he's very, very low on magic right now.
Unfortunately, Level Up's still going for this bomb jump. It's actually, unfortunately at this point, just not actually going to help all that much. Because really all that Level Up needs to do is go to the right side. Oh no. Another death, which is just... Ice Palace is just not being nice to LvlUpInc right now.
Well, he doesn't need to finish Ice Palace. If he goes to Mire, finishes that, he'll have everything he needs to complete Ice Palace completely.
Yeah. We'll see what play we're getting here. Magic could be a bit of a concern here for PHatHome here. We still have this magic pot? Okay, we'll be fine.
It was a little bit of a nail-biter on magic, though.
Yeah. And we have to kill a little Helmosaur for a key. Opening a chest just because we walked up to it. Fair enough. if we get butter, that's nice. It's not, as you mentioned before, I don't expect that PHat's looking for butter specifically, but he'll take it if he finds it. Yeah, just sort of open the chest because he ended up there. He's like, well, I'm already here. May as well just open the chest. Yeah, I don't think we're getting a last. I don't think we're getting a Moldorm 2 parting wishes check. Oh, we are. I lied.
So here's the thing: silvers here save a lot of time.
Yes. I'm just surprised he didn't check the other chests on the way up. In that case,
That is a little bit strange, but.
Fortunately, LvlUpInc is going to make the play that will leave him just one chest deep into Turtle Rock.
Again, this is the statistically right play. I mean,
Yeah.
you're not going to expect it to be on.
Megan is really out of cycle with the two clones, making this a bit of a pain in the butt.
Yeah. That is the best geometry you can get. Got it. Fantastic. And we have a kill. It was on Sahasrara.
And off we go. So as we've sort of been alluding to in this, now, yeah, he's going to go immediately in. So we are going to be utilizing a little glitch in just how everything was coded. So normally, once we get to phase 4 of Ganon here, normally when you hit him with your sword, he goes into a silver state that you smack with arrows, and it negates any damage that the sword actually does to him. But in this fight, as we do it without silvers, there is a couple frames right at the end of right as he's teleporting away that instead of acting as expected where he turns to silver, it stores the damage that he takes from whatever damage you do to him, which is the way that this silverless Ganon will work here. Already into phase 3 here, very very nicely getting that top right corner for the phase 2 just made it very simple to get the 3 tempered spins, and it was done. No torch glitch there.
Lack of torch glitch is going to make this really difficult and really, really consuming on the magic.
Looks like he's going to be using the torch all the way through, which will help with the magic, but just it takes a while to run across that stage to get each torch hit. And I believe that is 4 hits. I'm not sure if he got one before those last 2 phases. 5. This will take 12 spins, by the way.
Yep, we're looking for 12 spins.
There.
And without using the Fire Rod, he's going to be able to get a max of 2 each cycle here.
Sick. Jeez, we're not even getting to 2 right now.
Silverless Ganon is not easy by any stretch.
And like we mentioned, missing the torch glitch just makes this take. We are switching to Fire Rod. Interesting. believe that was the 6th. Might have been... I might be miscounting, though. There's been a couple hits that have been very close. I believe that's 7. I believe that's 8. Nine. Yeah, so I did miss some because...
12, yeah.
So I'm not surprised that I missed some there. As I mentioned, I was pretty sure there was... I'm not surprised there was a couple hits there that didn't look like they registered, but actually did. Between the spins that hit... Anyways. Looks like we do have PHatHome in. I don't know if I have access to the official times, but definitely winning this race.
Absolutely.
I'll take a moment here as Level Up continues through Ice Palace once again. I'll see if I can, if PHatHome is looking to come in for an interview here. Okay. Yeah, so we are onto the cold stare fight. That's good. Good. Better than we've been doing, unfortunately, there. Quick bombos to knock off the shell, and we'll see what we get after that.
I mean, with Red Melon tempered, this is going to be not easy, but a little bit easier than you probably is used to.
Yeah, not too bad at all. Not the fastest, cold stare, but sometimes it's just a matter of finishing the fight.
Not dying is what you want.
Yeah.
And we have someone.
It's just PHatHome. Yep.
That's
GG.
me. GG's.
How on earth do you say your name?
Is it PHatHome? Or is
It's
it
whatever you want. I've heard everything, so I don't really care anymore. So.
I went with capital letters being the start of sound, so I'm like, well, it's PHatHome. Went to look up your bio, I'm like, well, I don't see a bio, so we're just gonna not worry about it.
I never submitted one.
Anyways, yeah, GG.
GG.
So, how'd you like the opening of that seed?
It was certainly an opening.
It's like, here, have everything you need to go everywhere. Except for Death Mountain. You're not allowed to go to Death Mountain. Just you can get a Master Sword, but that's it.
I would have loved to go to Death Mountain earlier, but you know, East Side and Dark World just
well, no, I mean,
like,
yeah, exactly. You couldn't do anything until you got the mirror. I'm like, they can go everywhere except for Death Mountain.
Pretty much, yeah. Did you guys like the fact that I farmed rupees for the Zora?
Yeah, we're like, well, I guess he's not going to desert, and he's just gonna go do this instead.
I would say it was a little weird. You did have Dark World access, so there were a lot of...
Yeah, I didn't
item
quite realize
locations.
until after. I was like, oh.
Oh, I could have done
I'm not smart.
Well, it was even funnier for us on the race stream because Level Up had just done the process of going to the chest game and had found, by fluke, had found 100 rupees as the first chest and then 300 as the second. So we're like, oh look,
Yeah.
there's Level Up getting 400 rupees. Well, you're farming by walking in and out and getting 40 rupees at a time.
I was contemplating doing the Houlihan, but wasn't gonna be by much that I would save any time, so I don't know. Spur of the moment decision.
Definitely, we were just glad. We thought we were thinking through the race that I'd accidentally commentator cursed to you guys because at the start of the race, they're like the first thing we said when we came on was like, "What do you want to see on the seat?" I'm like, "I do not want to see Fire Rod and Graveyard Ledge." And then we found out that it wasn't on Graveyard Ledge, but it wasn't a lot better.
Yeah.
Is there anything you would have done differently?
Probably a couple things.
Not farming for rupees. Okay, we got that
that's
already.
one, yes. Probably not die to blind, because I had that in the back of my mind constantly.
Yeah, we were wondering. Once we got to the end, we're like, there's like we're like, he could go to Misery Mire and finish that. He could go to Thieves Town and finish that. It was a piece of heart. Was what was on blind.
Yeah, I just played that fight really badly.
It happens.
Well, and Level Up, I think, died to blind about 4 times over 3 separate attempts going to Thieves Town.
Oh.
Which did not... Level Up just not having the best execution, unfortunately. Died. I sort of lost track near the end, where Level Up was in Ice Palace for quite a while there, and I think died trying to set up some bomb jumps as well.
Oh, yeah. I had fun trying to do ice without the hookshot.
Yeah, it's a fun one to do.
I ended up with 1 bomb with a final bomb jump to save a little bit of time. It was something.
I didn't realize that you'd only had 1 bomb left. It makes more sense to do that bomb jump with 1 bomb left.
Yeah, instead of trying to do the harder one, which I never remembered to do.
Yeah. No, I've done the harder one. I've never learned it, but I've pulled it off like 5 times, so can't be that hard.
I mean, that's what learning it is actually doing it.
I have fluked it a couple times, just like first try and like, okay. And then every other time has been just me messing it up.
Is there any routing decisions you would have changed?
I have no idea.
I was about to say, it's hard to fault you on much because you got the bow before you really started going hard, and that was actually the most important routing decision you did make, was that really helped.
Yeah.
It's hard to say, looking back on it, even as someone who is watching everything, like, it's hard to say if there's anything you really should have done differently, because I don't think Desert had anything in it that mattered. I was sort of confused that neither of you went to Desert for such a long time after getting the book.
Yeah, I honestly forgot about it a little bit. Like, I still had Eastern to check and Desert. At one point, it's like, I should probably do one of these at some point.
Like,
'Cause I'm probably gonna find the mirror.
yeah, and then you got the boots, and I think I can't remember. Did we find the boots before or after we got the bow? I assume before. Yeah.
Boots were...
We're in the hammer
Cave,
pegs.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying not to go with the Samaria, like, logical decision, just expecting it to troll me, instead of going straight into Mire, as I was expecting the trek through Turtle Rock without the fire rod.
Yeah, it would have been almost even better if I would have loved it for like the big key to be fire rod locked and the fire rod to be back on like Laser Bridge. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Why did you even do this to me, Seed? I guess it can't. I guess it couldn't be that far back, because if it was that far back, couldn't get there. But because you need the big key to get through that first door. But anyways,
Yeah.
I was waiting for something that was going to force you to like super backtrack when you didn't really want to have to.
Mm-hmm. So I guess it was a good thing I found just the big key immediately.
But no, it feels weird for that seed to be a 205. I bet you if you went back, I bet you if and when you go back and look at the early game routing, you'll go, oh, here's what I probably should have done differently. But it definitely feels just as much of a, well, now I've got things to do, so I better go do them seed. It's so hard to route one of these seeds where you have so much access so quickly. Because if you routed Kakariko straight to Hype Cave, like you had Mitt's Hammer Moon Pearl in 15 minutes.
Yeah. It's kind of ridiculous. I also like the gamble with the hook shot towards the end. Do I go back into Swamp, or do I go try and check Hookshot Cave for the rest?
Yeah,
It was a very good gamble.
You had the right one. I'd said, I'm like, if it wasn't for if Skull Woods was a pendant, I would have definitely gone Hookshot Cave first, but the Skull Woods for me would have sent me back to Swamp first. But hey, you made the correct calls, and that's the important thing.
Sometimes lucky.
Yeah.
Better lucky than good.
Well, and do you know how many items were left in Swamp, or
the entire back half?
Well, and that's what we figured. We know there was items left, but we have no idea how many were left.
Yeah, I am terrible at item counting, so yeah.
As am I.
I always tell myself I should probably start item counting, then I forget midway through, and it's like, well, that's how it's gonna be. That's why you see so many like menu checks.
Yoinkers is saying there was 2 items left in Swamp, or at least I believe that's what she's pinging us about.
I'm sure that's right.
Level Up just missing that bomb jump. That would have been a little nifty, but trying to get to that right side, and unfortunately, there's not going to be anything there. I can't remember what was there, but
Cape, I think, was on that side.
Oh, Cape must have been there, yeah, because Cape was definitely a nice palace.
Yeah, because I think Cape was the upstairs. The
vanilla big key.
Stolfos Knight.
Oh, that room. Okay.
Yeah, that one.
And unfortunately, use the small key to get to cold stare faster, so we can't just use the small key to get there. So that's part of the thing that should really be hinting of just stop. Just you're not supposed to be able to do this right now, so don't do it right now.
Yeah.
Because the chance of Fire Rod being there is very low, and the chance of Hookshot being there is literally 0.
I have found the hookshot in ice before, but it was like one of the few early chests.
Well, no, and that's the thing. It's right
But
side
yeah.
right now that we're talking about.
But yeah, right side.
She's completed everything other than right side.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if there is logic that could put the hookshot on right side or not, but this definitely isn't the logic that would allow it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it can.
If there is logic that allows that, it would literally have to be like... Well, actually, I guess even just one small key if the big key was on right side, but otherwise you need, like, what, all 3 small keys and a big key? And the big key? And is there even that many chests? Yeah, there is. So I guess that, theoretically, maybe, I don't know. I pretend I know the logic in Ice Palace, I really don't. I just do the bomb jumps.
Ice Palace logic is hard.
But it's no pod logic.
Pod logic is easy. The problem is the problem with pod logic is on the randomizer side more than on the logical side. That should be... There's a good chance this bomb jump will work here now. Don't fall off when you move side... Oh, that's not going to work.
For this
I
bomb
believe-
jump, you have to put the bomb down and then move to the left. So
To the right,
bomb has
but
to
yes.
start to the right,
Yeah.
but the bomb has to be placed to the left.
You need to give it a bit of an angle, or else you're going straight down.
Yep.
One last try. Well, we've got all sorts of blue potions, so I imagine that we're going to see a blue potion drink here. Yeah. More bomb jump attempts. See, the problem is I don't know the setup, I just YOLO the setup.
Yeah.
Is this a forfeit incoming, or is this something else? By the way, Phat, I don't have access to the... I don't know if... I don't think we have any access to the SRTV room, so...
Okay.
If anything happens in there, just let us know, but...
Yeah, I haven't seen anything else happen right now, so
Okay.
I'll keep an eye.
I might be looking up the setup. Could be anything.
Yep.
Actually, while we're waiting here, we haven't done this yet. So, of course, first of all, shout out to our runners, GG to PHatHome and LvlUpInc. If you do enjoy the show they've put on for today, consider giving them a follow. Also, if you're enjoying the randomizer action, make sure you do follow the Speed Gaming streams, Speed Gaming through Speed Gaming 6, as well as the home of the Link to the Past randomizer, ALTTP randomizer through 4, for lots of tourney action with 512 person bracket stage, meaning 256 races a week. We're having races a lot. So always feel free follow those channels and keep up on all the action.
No speed
yeah.
gaming 8 yet, unfortunately.
We're all waiting for the Ocho. It's gonna happen.
Still need to get 6 up and running first. 5 is up and running now. 6 is very, very imminently up and running for speed gaming. Yeah, I know maniacal. Like, I've always done it with a bomb sort of above me rather than to my left, so I don't know for sure exactly.
I want to say doing it north is more forgiving, but it all depends on your angle, I'm assuming.
That one last jelly's getting is just sort of like, I'm gonna shock you from way over here.
I mean, if he's alt-tabbed, he could be sitting here for a while, just waiting and eventually get killed by that jelly. It'll take a while, but it can happen.
Yep. And we're back. The progression that he needs is the hook shot, which was...
Kane... Yeah, green pendant. Yeah, the Dumire.
Right, okay, yeah, so, yeah, Meyer, right, yeah, Meyer for green pendant for hook shot.
I made sure to try and check pedestal just to make sure.
Yeah, because it's definitely possible. There was a lot of places Fire Rod could be. It's the second Stalfos in that room that you like never see. We're a bunny now.
Uh-oh. Bunny time.
Okay, we dealt with it. Everything's fine now. Hey look, it's a cape! No one expected it. Level up, probably counting the item? Maybe? Nope, just deciding we're gonna go up the stairs anyways.
I think at this point, Level Up is just second-guessing himself.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point,
I mean, that's fair.
Your head's just kind of lost a bit of its edge, so you're probably trying to piece where it is.
Where are we gonna go next? I'm not sure where this check is going. We're back to Kakariko, and we're going into the Dark World. We've already done the whole test progression. We're doing Graveyard Ledge. I think we're doing Graveyard Ledge.
Might be doing Bumper Cave.
Possibly. They did get the cape, so...
Yeah. True. Yeah, leads them that way. Hey, look, it's the big 20. And Murderdactyls did their best at being their name.
I hate that one.
The name or the creature?
The creature. That one that goes for you every time.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I always charge up for it.
Level Up ended up getting both of them on them, and it was not a fun time.
Not at all.
So I'm not sure if we've had a Spike Cave check. Other than that, I think we've already checked everything up here for Level Up. But Spike Cave definitely could have. It logically is able to have the hook shot. We obviously know it's not where it is, but...
Oh. Yeah, that's right. Might not know that you need that you can bonk into Mire.
Potentially, that could be a...
That's the only way you can
no,
get
he's got
in.
tempered.
Unless...
He's got tempered. He's already been in Mire.
Oh yeah, that's right. So, just gotta make their way back in.
Actually, thinking about this, so I enjoyed your decision to use the blue potion to get out of Spike Cave.
Yeah, I kind of realized that I should have just damage boosted most of the way, like I usually do, but I decided to just use all my magic.
Well, and I was also a little surprised that you didn't just save and quit out as well.
I mean, I think I ended up doing Hera and whatnot after that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you had the mountain cave to go to, though. But, yeah. Might probably saved a little bit of time. I was just a little surprised that that you used the blue potion to get out.
Yeah, I was not really thinking there. But, oh well.
And we are going to Mire area.
Oh boy.
We are lifting the rock and actually going through the portal. And we are actually going to Mire. Always an important step of going to the Mire area. Mire is required.
We don't need any magic because there's a magic drop here, right?
That's correct. There is 2 magic drops that are very easily accessible. But considering we've already full cleared it, I would expect we're just going to see the one that is... Well, okay, we're going to get magic drops from the random enemies as well, just for bonus. But no, there is a full magic pot to the left when you enter the boss door. And as well as the one that you can always get on your way up the stairs to the Vanilla Big location.
Yep.
Where are we going, Level Up? Have we not done back here yet? Oh, you're hitting the switch. That's...
Oh, not done left side?
They've already got both items, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, they heading.
But we haven't
the
grabbed
chest.
this chest.
The hidden chest. Blocked by the peg.
Unfortunately, not necessary, because as I stated, I'm pretty sure that we've already seen both items out of Mire. This is just necessary for the overall clear for the green pendant. There's nothing else in here anyways. Okay, so unless he wants the full magic refill, he does want the full magic refill.
I do not blame him.
I mean, with Cape, the easy kill of
Vitreous.
Vidi
Yeah.
does involve a lot of magic.
Yeah.
It's always nice to have magic for that fight, just in case, especially if you don't have silvers.
Right. Okay, we're just gonna reset the block. There we go. Nice throw.
I cannot remember what Ganon said where the silver arrows were.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I wasn't paying attention at that moment.
I was too focused on fighting. Was it swamp? Oh, back at swamp then.
Good time. Off we go here. Just as a note to everyone, I'm not sure exactly how the restream timing is going to work for this. Normally we do only restream the matches for 3 hours. We are going to come pretty close to that 3-hour mark by the time that LvlUpInc is finishing, and I'm not sure. There's nothing else going on after this, so I'm not sure exactly what the call is going to be.
We'll figure it out when we get there.
We'll figure it out. But just the heads up, anyone who's interested in seeing the end of this match, we may be cutting the commentary short, and we may have to go to LvlUpInc's channel specifically to finish cheering him on.
That certainly seems like the best course of action.
Dash strats. I love my dash strats.
All dashing back and forth.
Unfortunately, not quite enough damage to make it fully worth it, but we're gonna green potion it up. There we go. That's how you do it. 2 magic bar dash strats. There we
Good
go.
to see that lightning animation just constantly going.
We had enough arrows to just do regular arrow strats too. We still have 57 arrows left. So if he'd wanted to do that strat, then he could have. Sort of sad that in the vanilla game you can't have silver arrows to take on Vitreous.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Well, not without major glitches.
Yeah, not without breaking your way into the Pyramid Fairy Fountain without the big bomb.
Alright. Now go turn in that pendant.
Yep.
Please.
Please. We want to see this through to completion.
They checking checkerboard? Or oh.
Just because we have the question in chat, is this an 0-1 match? Or a 1-0?
I believe it's an 0-1 based
0-1.
on what I saw. Yeah.
0-1? Yeah, okay. I was pretty sure, but I wasn't going to make the assumption. Since we have the runner in, one of the runners in here, it's pretty easy to just ask the question.
It's fair.
I mean, I could lie. I could say I'm 4-0.
And
I
then we
somehow
know you
did.
were lying, but that's okay.
Yeah, I'm not a good liar.
LvlUpInc not very happy about where the hook shot is.
Yeah. I wasn't happy.
He could have
Yeah.
given you the mushroom instead. Just saying.
I wasn't gonna be upset if it gave me the mushroom, because that means I could check the mad batter too.
Yeah, that's what we said. We're like, well, it's got to be the hook shot or the fire rod. And then we paused for a moment and we're like, or the mushroom or the powder.
I don't think I bombed him.
You did not.
I just got really mad. My usual roll my thumb on the D-pad.
Just turn in a circle really fast.
Yep. I mean, I would normally bomb.
Well, Yonkers, being the attentive tracker that she is, says that she's pretty sure that you bombed him.
I'll believe you this time.
Looks like Level Up is going ahead to make the correct move.
Oh,
which is
that's
to
good
run.
to see.
Goes both ways. We know because of knowing where silvers are that it wouldn't have been a huge deal to go to swamp anyways. It would have been more of a time sink than necessary, but it wouldn't have been useless.
Yeah, I'm not sure how good Level Up is at Ganon fight.
At least it's not. Oh, we found Berna. Berna's in the hookshot cave.
I just immediately stopped. I was like, I'm done.
At 2 hours and 40 minutes, Level Up Inc. has reached go mode. Hooray.
For a part of this, I thought, oh, yeah, I totally don't need the hookshot. Because didn't need it for Swamp.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, wait a second. Like 10 minutes later, in my head.
The only
What is
necessary
Moldorm?
area for hookshot is right after Moldorm.
Yeah.
I was talking about this, and I believe in a previous race, where Swamp Pal's pendant provides this awkward situation where technically Mirror and Hookshot are not required to complete all the crystals, but one of them is definitely required to access Death Mountain. Because you need one or the other to get up Death Mountain at some point. As for now, of course, you also always need the hookshot to beat the game, so it's slightly less of a silly revelation, but it can be sometimes just some of the logic things get real silly. Desert being I laughed, I think it was in V27, where like desert seemed to always be the last thing you got access to. Because it just didn't give you the book, and it didn't, and then you'd be missing part of the flute mirror Titan's Mitts combo for forever, and you're just like, desert access to desert was go mode. Uh-oh, Chain Chomps.
This is the worst room in this game. It's not close. I hate that room so much.
I haven't really had a nightmare scenario in there yet, so I have not gained the full hate of it. Just the knowledge that the Chain Chomps will wreck you regardless of what mail you're in.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chain Chomps don't care.
It could be, they could decide to be in your way immediately. And just not give you any opportunity to use the cane.
Part of the reason why the cane dash strat is actually fairly strong, it typically doesn't pose much of an issue.
Mm-hmm.
One fire rod, please? There we go. And now we lost all our magic, thanks to missing a couple fire rod shots and then
Oh,
AT
no.
Fairies stealing all our magic. So now we have enough for one fire rod shot, I think, so we're gonna have to kill one of these pokies the sword way.
The sword way's fine.
Okay, make that both of them.
Swordway's fine. Just gotta get the good pattern.
Or that can happen. Good enough. All right, and time to find out what's in Mimic Cave. Because we can. Like, unless it's Butter Sword. Oh, I hope he gets that full magic. There we go. Turns around for the full magic refill. Can't blame him. Big
Just in
20!
case. Oh no.
All right. And compass. Huzzah. Everyone always loves a good compass. Not really, because they don't do it. Not outside of Key Sanity. And even in Key Sanity, they don't do a ton.
What, you don't like the Ganon's Tower key, compass, and map? They're the
No,
most
they don't-
useful items.
Yeah, it's as useful as the Hyrule Castle map. Off we go into the land of lines. Hookshot invulnerability frame.
Might as well save a little bit of that health just in case.
Yeah. Without powder, it's a little bit harder to gain health back at this point.
Mm-hmm. Just glad that red potion that I found paid off. It's always nice to have a safety. No bug net.
Are we full clearing the bridge? Looks like we're full clearing the bridge.
Oh boy.
I had a feeling after we checked Mimic Cave. The only thing this is odd about is well, actually, it's sort of irrelevant because I think we know that there was a small key in the vanilla big key chest, so this worked out all right. Skipping the vanilla big key chest because there was a small key in there, so we don't really care that much. And a full heart. That's nice. That you need a bomb for that one. You cannot boots it open. But we have a safety door now. So if we die to Trinex, it won't be a huge problem. Yeah, I might be getting to sound sarcastic. I do apologize for that to a large degree. I should probably be in bed.
It's getting a little late.
Some late night rando. Can't help. Some of the sarcasm just leaks out.
I couldn't leave D2 Kemps to do this all on his own.
If I was doing this all on my own, I'm gonna guarantee that it would have been all sarcasm. Just 100%.
Into Trinex we go. Yeah, very solid. So yeah, so very solid on the basic. Oh, I say that as
Why do you do that?
Oh my.
I made it worse. I made it worse. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Everything's fine. We just used an extra blue potion. Oh. Nice poke.
And he did the same play that you did, which is to go ahead and take down Trinex rather than clearing out Skullwoods.
I mean, at that point, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
No.
I don't think you actually lose any time by doing it that way. I'm just making a note that he just chose to do the exact same routing as you did.
Yeah.
The one thing of note, just to throw it out there once again, is the fact that if you do Turtle Rock last, you know that you're going to Ganos Tower on a full magic and health bar.
Yeah.
Now, magic's not really a concern. You know you're going on full magic anyways, unless you were doing something silly. That's gonna bonk on the black
bonks
rock.
at exactly the same place you did. Again.
Oh no. I want to go back, rewatch this, and just see all the spin speeds that I missed. Because I'm pretty sure it hit double digits.
It was a few. It was a few. I'm not good at. Go ahead.
Did you get a spin speed outside of the one to get you out of the spike cave?
I might have gotten one.
The one to get you out of Spike Cave definitely helped save you some magic, which I think helped in the long run, but aside from that one... The bee was coming for level up there.
Oh no, not the bee.
And... on we go! We have 2 small keys already. Okay, so we don't need any other small keys. Whether we pick the last one up or not is... I half expect that we'll see that anyways. No, we won't. Good stuff. And nice skip there. Up and past the stars. Moth fights shouldn't really be an issue, but you know, now I've just said it, so now we're gonna be in for one heck of a moth fight.
You've been doing that all game, but just over and over and over again.
See, it's no fun if you don't say the worst case scenario so that it can happen.
Someone needs to stop this man.
I mean, this will be fine. That'll be fine. Oh my god!
I just need to stop commentating blind fights, because they always go downhill.
Perfect blind oh.
Perfect blind fight, oh, there goes 7 hearts in the last 5 seconds. That was a lot of damage into spikes. There we go. Got it.
I'm ready for this G tower.
And I think Level Up is too. He's been playing this game for almost 3 hours.
And we have 4 blue potions.
I don't blame him. Silverless Ganon is a fight.
Yeah. It's not a
With
fight you want to
fire
be doing.
bats.
Whoops. Up and down again. Hookshot dashes though, the best way to get spin speed, and the only way that I know how to. Well, it depends on what you mean by knowing how. I technically know how to do spin speed. I just, I've never practiced it and have no idea if my fingers could actually do it.
I must say. And anyone doesn't know my hatred for dead rocks. It's
So
there's bad blood.
have you ever actually quaked a bunch of dead rocks then?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Were you missing out on Quake this seed then?
Quake and powder, so I have no way to kill them.
Yep.
If I'm really mad and my opponent is already finished, like I believe my last race, I was going up to Turtle Rock to take the warp, and I gave the pair right up there a good old Quake, and then Ice, and then Hammer.
Okay. And what was your freeze drop? Do you remember?
I don't remember. It was
okay.
It wasn't that big.
It was no fairy drop.
No.
Oh yeah, and Chelsea is having fun with the anime girl on your screen there.
That's not just any anime girl.
No?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know why it's not Monica.
I don't have a Monica ready. Anyway.
Anyway.
Full right side will get them the chest as fast as possible.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because you get a key and you get a skip tile room.
Or at least key A strats, or whatever we want to call it. I still sort of consider the full right side the actually, like, all the way to Ice Armor.
Oh.
That's not what we're getting.
No.
We're not getting any form of right side. We're getting conventional strat. Rip Bob. Bob is dead.
Oh no. Not like this, Bob. I'll miss you.
What's gonna make this 20? 20?
No.
19.
Or
Possibly.
18 or 19.
Unless he does. He already checked the first two and left, right?
Yeah.
Right, brother?
Yeah, the
right.
First two and
ones.
right, yep.
So his first two right, and then Mirror went left side.
Good old 5-arrow sun prize.
Not much to say. We know that we're not going to find silver arrows here.
Might find a butter sword.
Might find
Might
the
find
mushroom and powder. Might find the
Might
bug
find-
net.
Yep.
all these items that I just never found.
Even after full clearing everything.
Just about.
I'm trying to think, is there any overworld locations that we didn't see?
Let me think about that.
Not including the mushroom and the powder, obviously.
I should have checked pretty much everything.
I was going to say, I don't think you checked Graveyard Ledge, but Level Up did.
I did.
Did you check it? Okay.
Yeah, I did that in a loop.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you did that. Then you went down and got purple chest.
Yep.
Bonk skip? Nope. No bonk skip.
I can't get that either.
Well, and it's one of those tricks that's like, you set up for it, you try it once, if you miss it, you just give up on it, because it costs you... If you don't get it first try, it's just costing you time anyways.
Yeah.
Yep.
The portals are a weird thing, because to actually go in them, it's just a small amount of it.
Well, we found a single green rupee in Bob's chest. So, if anyone was looking for the single green rupees, there's one of them.
It's pretty clean.
Yep.
As clean as Ice Armors can go without silvers, really.
Well, from Buttersword, half magic and Quake. there was a room. Quake not being all that necessary, but the other two being about as good as we were gonna get for more health.
Yeah.
Oh, and we're getting the tile room check.
That's gonna make it 20.
Yeah, 19 or 20, depending on if it checks the top or bottom chest first. No, we have confirmation from Ganon himself that silvers are in Swamp. So silvers are definitely not in Ganon's Tower Big Chest.
Ganon doesn't lie.
And now we're a bunny, and there's the powder. We're gonna be tight on the timer here. There it goes. But we're gonna get a full magic refill on our way back, so...
Yeah, we also have half magic, so not.
And we have half magic, yeah. Well, I'm not quite sure how the Wallmaster died. That lingering fire definitely lasted longer than I was expecting.
Yeah, the fire hitbox is very wonky. It likes to linger a little bit longer than you think.
That's not... Well, okay, maybe that will work.
Yes, just wait for it to get to the end there.
Everything is fine. Now, you only opened the first two, right? You got the big key, then piece to No, you did open all of them, didn't you?
I opened all of them. Just
you
in
went and
case
got the small
a key
key,
was
too?
there. Yeah. Because I knew there was that small key afterwards, just in case.
LvlUp just saying, I don't even need the key. I've got 2 small ones already.
Not taking any extra damage here.
Fair enough. To be fair, since we have the riot shield, we always could just look straight at the mimics and just let them shoot us.
Yeah. That's what I decided, because I realized I had the mirror shield.
Room not cooperating very much, but we got through it. Well, this is going to be an interesting cannon room. Let's try not to die in the cannon. That will work. And then we'll get fairies and magic pot.
Always a safe bet to go for that. It's funny how that math works, Maniacal.
Well, no, he's saying he feels like he feels like he should get it 1 in 4 times, but he doesn't get it 1 in 4 times. But it's always funny how quickly the scales can fall off when we start talking about 1 in 4 or 3 in 4 type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Human perception is an interesting thing, basically. Well, that BMOS hit actually wasn't awful. That was a little bit more unfortunate, but it's fine. Got through the room. That's the important thing. BMOS being a pain in the butt again, as BMOS tend to do. Like, whoever decided to put BMOS on conveyor belts are just jerks in the first place.
Agree. If there were sulfos on conveyor belts, it'd be over for me.
Oh, you mean Stalfos Knights?
No, just regular sulfos.
Well, there are red Stalfos on conveyor belts.
Not those ones. The ones with the spikes. You know what room.
Yeah, Stalfos Knights, I'm pretty sure is what we're talking about. The ones you have to blow.
I'm so confused right
The ones
now.
you blow with bombs, right?
It'd be an adventure.
Nice backup Samari explosion there. taking a fall to set up the RNG or something. What do we get? We get bombs. Oh, we were surprised that you opened the last chest after you skipped 2 of the ones on the way up.
What's that?
We were surprised that you did open the chest after Moldorm too. When you skipped the 2
Just the hope that there's silvers in there.
Yeah.
Makes the fight a lot less stressful.
Oh look, a big 20. Just what everyone wants.
Just what I wanted for Christmas.
To be fair, there's only one other thing left that Level Up wants, and it's not in Ganon's Tower. Because we know it's in Swamp.
I'm wondering where in Swamp.
Well, you've got 4 options, I think.
That sounds right. 3 chests and
Argus. The mini Helmosaurs are coming! Fortunately, not quite fast enough to really cause us any problems. Oh yeah, then there's this Aga cycle, this BS that happened.
I mean, that's a double followed by a single. Not too terribly bad.
No, I meant... So the fact that it got so desynced that you couldn't even hit him with the clone balls.
Right.
Oh, I think we stuck an extra hit in there. What? How did that miss? Oh no, that's not helping. You got this, Level Up? There we go. Got that last hit.
This was a very frustrating fight for me, of all the ways I missed him.
Well, and as I was mentioning there, the problem was that the main Aga 2 desynced from the clones so heavily that you could not really even hit him with the clones' balls. Like, Level Up proved us wrong. If you got those like pixel perfect aims down, you can still hit them. But
yeah,
it's like deja vu all over again.
Indeed.
It's not quite deja vu-ish because of the fact that we're not a Cactuar and we have a Butter Sword. But hey. He did get the 6 hits, right? Yeah. On to Phase 3. Now for the easy part. No more fire bats, hopefully. At least no more of the fire bats that go in these huge circles that are a pain in the butt to deal with. Ooh, that was... We're missing the torch glitch again.
Yeah.
We're using hook lamp strats.
I kind of freaked out when I saw that that fire bat going for me, so I just completely wished torch glitch for me.
Fortunately, we have like 3 blue potions left, so magic not gonna. Wait, what? Did we reverse torch glitch somehow? Okay, no, we didn't. That was just weird, like a visual glitch or something.
Must have been a really quick relay.
I've not been counting hits very well here, but I don't think we have very many yet. I feel like we got like 2 on one cycle, and like that's been it. Oh no! The fall!
Oh no.
Now...
It's probably for the best here, simply because he'll be able to,
I was about to say, will we take the information and go to Swamp, or are we just gonna do this again?
I was thinking more along the lines of, being able to...
Get the torch glitch?
Get the torch glitch this time.
Yeah.
It is a pain in the behind to try and get the torch glitch. To miss the torch glitch and do,
Silverless, yeah.
Silverless.
Just gotta bait him to shoot that fire bat up, away.
Yeah, it's basically a don't stop moving parallel to Ganon, and you'll be fine. Not the least damaging of starts here, but damage isn't really of concern that much when we're gonna spam blue potion anyways.
Yeah.
Like, we should have more than enough health to get through the rest of the battle. We are going to try to torch, or use the fire rod for the torch glitch here again. No, we're not.
Nope.
That's get there.
You
okay,
got
we're
there.
good.
One!
Oh,
Just one. There's 2.
2.
3.
This fight gets really stressful if you are out of sync. Because you're just trying to make ground, especially if the torches aren't being nice to you.
Four. 5. 6. Miss. 7.
I think he's getting the rhythm now.
9. 10. Oh.
Oh, that was very close.
Definitely was. That fire bat was aiming for the push off. Still 2 more blue potions and 2 hits to go. Don't think that was one of them.
Yeah, I didn't hear it. One more.
There's one.
And there we go.
Just don't jump off the edge.
Please don't.
He's not close enough to the edge to jump off.
Anything is a possibility. And I don't want that possibility to happen. Never, ever.
There it is.
Glad I stuck around.
That was a finish.
I'm glad they finished instead of
Yeah.
forfeiting.
Let's see if we can get them in here.
You've ended the domination of Dr. Wily.
No, I should have picked the expert.
Yes, sub 200 minutes by 15 seconds.
That's one way to look at it.
Yep.
Was it mainly the Samaria to hookshot troll that
Yeah.
delayed? Okay.
And a little bit of just general execution as well, I would say.
Yeah.
Like we said, I think there was 4 deaths to blind between 3 separate attempts, which never helps your time any. Okay, and Level Up does look like he's gonna come in here.
I haven't seen a response yet in the SRTV chat, so
I sent him a Discord message. He's on his way.
okay.
Oh, it looks like he have a problem with his mic.
Well, that being the case, if you enjoyed this race, if you these runners are putting themselves out there to race in front of you, so do give our runners a follow. Our tracker has been Yorker's wife. I have been D2 Kemps and my co-commentator.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, Spiffers the Grand. It's been a fantastic time having some silliness in this seed.
I just want to say, kudos to Level Up for sticking with it and finishing.
Anyway, I have been D2 Kemps.
One last shout out, of course. Do give if you've been enjoying the general content, give the Speed Gaming channels a follow. Speed Gaming through Speed Gaming 6. If you really like the Link to the Past Randomizer tournament, give out some follows to ALTTP Randomizer through ALTTP Randomizer 4. And we'll be back with more races. I assume we've got like a 10 o'clock race tomorrow, but there's races all the time through the afternoon of the here. Friday. Yeah, looks like noon is our currently earliest scheduled race time for today. Whatever you want to consider this at this point.
Yes, today.
Today, yeah. So everyone have a fantastic night.
Absolutely. Good night.